After releasing their debut album in 1985 titled Legions of the Dead, there's a bit of a lineup change. Drummer Rob Roy leaves the band and gets replaced with G. Stanley Burtis. So with that, they release their follow-up album in 1987 titled Too Late to Pray. Now, like I said, this band mixes doom with power metal. And on here, it's even more evident. You get more of that doom sound on here. This album is a much more doomier album than Legions of the Dead. Legions of the Dead was definitely more of a heavy metal album at times. Even though it's still power metal, it just was a little more straightforward. Here, they really really progress with it. They kind of just show a bit more. It's like they experiment with the doom sound than really sticking more with the power metal sound. Even though you still get it, it's still very much a very good blend of both genres of subgenres of metal. So the album starts off with Tyrant's Revelation 2, which was of course on the it was also an intro on the first album, which was used as an intro into, for Listen to the Preacher here. It's definitely dark. Doom's track already, you really get that doom feel with it. Starts slow before going into the title track, which right here, things get a bit even thrashier. So, you get doom, a mix of doom, like I said, power metal, and at times some thrash. So, due to the very aggressive nature of this album, and it definitely you're just in for a treat. And this album has a lot of progressions into it. You get Beyond the Grave, just another good track. This is one album I probably have to listen to again. But from this track, I can't remember too much of it, but I do remember it being probably not as slow. I know this is pretty bad for this review, but this is a bit of at times can be a bit of a tough album to get into right off the bat. But nonetheless, again, the more you listen to it, the more you really start to absorb it, and that's kind of the problem with me with the sound is I didn't really listen to it quite a bit. So, and my approach to this isn't going to be very well executed. So, there you go. But you then get to Valley of Death, which is actually almost 8 minutes long. This definitely kind of beats Legion of the Dead as being one of the, as a long song. And this is definitely kind of similar with that, but it's taken to a bit, to different lengths. This is definitely, for a few minutes of this song, it starts off very slow, doomy, before busting into a fucking speed metal tune, where it just starts to get heavy and back, and then you still get the same thing, but yet it's just done in a really addictive way. Really well done track. Then you got the Nazarene, which is again kind of brings back more of that speed at times. A little punkish, thrashish, still good. Bells of Hades. What else can be said? Keeps it up. I think I remember it maybe being as one of the kind of another sort of mid-paced song, but again, I can't say too much, but Into the Fire, as with the title suggests, pretty much the song throws you into the fire, because this song is, again, another raging sort of tune. Really good. Babylon, which definitely goes back to being one of the more slower tracks on here, definitely doomier tracks, if I remember correctly. But I probably am. Vertilac, heavy, a little aggressive as well, but still good. Beginning of the End brings back that doomy sound. Again, there's definitely good pacing here. It definitely flows very well. but it's definitely another really good track as well. It's got some good moments on this track and some progressive moments. Then we get to the last song, Eve of Destruction. Again, just ends on a fucking explosive note. This song is just fucking great. One of my favorite tracks off the album, and one of my favorites is the song that ends the album. Holy shit. But it's a really good track. The reason I like it is not because, oh yeah, it ends the album. Because of that means the album's over. I hope that that's not what you're thinking, because if that's what you're thinking, you're a fucking moron. But this is definitely a really good track. It's definitely got some thrashiness to it. It's definitely an aggressive tune. And Glenn May, of course, with his range, throughout this album, he definitely shows off his emotional side. Definitely his melodic side. He doesn't really do as much high-pitched screams as he did on the debut album. It's a little more guttural, but still very aggressive. It's still done very well. It fits the music. With that, they really stepped up their game on this album. This is definitely one that definitely deserves a lot of play, despite me not giving you a really good, analysis of it. I gave you at least the best that I could. This is a really good album nonetheless. If you like power metal that's on the doomy side a bit, and my camera's running low. So, with that, if you have heard, and wait, I'm also forgetting, this was also the last album until like the 90s actually. It's like 96. So, with that, if you have heard Too Late to Pray, what are your thoughts? If you have any thoughts, you can post your comments down below. This is Heavy Thrasher saying I'm out. And I'll see you with the next band.